You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know I'm sort of the gaming drag today. I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Wayfinder. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? I'll save the Patreon stuff for the end of the video. Anyway, alarm chain, you are up, and let's go! Alright. Okay. Thank you, Finn, but please, don't bother with such things. I wasn't really scolded that badly, it just bothered me is all. Well, still, I won't let your elders forget that you were protecting someone you were sent to find. I've got your back, Geralf. We share a glance for a moment. I see Geralf's eyes look me over as an expression I can't read crosses his face. Then Geralf closes his eyes and chuckles. He rustles my hair a bit and walks on before I can protest, which at this point I'm starting to get accustomed to. Up ahead we see a wolf giant with a fluffy cream-colored tail waiting patiently with Bjorn. Arkin! I thought you might be the last one here, but you were the first one instead. Hey, how did you guys know where the mall was anyway? I don't remember telling you now that I think about it. Best not to question things like that, and we probably should not tarry outside in the area for too long. Is he looking at the lingerie store on the other side of the floor? Yeah. Yes, I'm excited to see the flowers. Hey, Finn, you wouldn't happen to know the security guard who works nights here, would you? No? Why? Oh, nothing. It's nothing. Arkin laughs and reaches out to pat my head. This time I duck under and ready my key to open the door. Whoa, Finn! I see you let Geralf give you head scratches, but not me? Yes, well, he has taste, it seems. I got to pat his head yesterday, too. Bjorn wears a proud smile as Geralf stifles a laugh and I blush. Have I really been letting them do that? Arkin gives me a hurt look, but I'm nonplussed. Don't give me that look, you've gotten in a few already. He immediately drops the act and laughs, then holds my head between his arm and his side and scratches my head as I struggle to pull away. What? Ah! Hey, stop! The wolf giant relentlessly pats my head, messing my hair up to an unrecognizable bird's nest. After he's done, I turn to him. Arkin, I'll get you for this, and you too! I turn toward the other wolf giants. Geralf lets out a few sniffles and is trying not to sneeze. Bjorn is looking at the list of seasonal flowers we offer, but both of them turn their heads to look at me innocently. You two let him do this, so mean! And just as Geralf sneezes, I unlock the door to the garden center and walk in, grumpier than I was a few moments before. 1 second, y'all. Let me close this door. I'll be right back, y'all. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. My partner is, my fiance now is playing an audiobook while they shower. Ah, get up there, you fucking blanket piece of shit, motherfucker. Okay. Alright. The three wolf giants and I enter the garden the center together. I look around to check what still needs to be done and return to the wolves to divvy out tasks. Alright, we should work on some of this stuff before you guys start to explain yourselves. I'll give you each your task, and then I'll come around to check on you after I handle mine. The three lupines nod in agreement. I walk over to the rows of flowers. Looking at Geralf, I hand him a clipboard and a pen from the nearby desk. He looks at the flowers and sniffles, rubbing his muzzle gently. Geralf, I need you to look around the flowers and the planters here for any signs of pests. Don't worry about dealing with them if you see any. And just mark the name of the plant as listed on its nameplate and check off whether it contains any pests or not, and which section of each plant is on the checklist. I point out the section markers on each plant's row, and Geralf nods and takes the clipboard and pen slowly. He turns toward the flowers. I will do as you ask. I smile and walk along with the other two wolf giants. Moving her through the greenhouse past the tables set up for mass flower sales, we come to the bigger plants in the back of the greenhouse near the exit to the mall's rooftop garden. I stop in front of the hose and turn toward Bjorn, who seems to be holding back his enthusiasm. You look excited. You really like plants, don't you? Yes. Look, there's a verbena and a goldenrod. I love this place. Oh, goodness, are those flowering crocus? The wolf giant hurries back and forth between each plant excitedly, and although it's quite adorable, I have to get him back on task. Hey, Bjorn, I need you to focus, buddy. Bjorn stops and looks back at me in surprise. Oh, right. Sorry, what do you need me to do? I smile and take the hose off its storage ring. I need you to water each of these plants accordingly, as they aren't on the automatic sprinkler system. If you need to, feel free to refer to this guidebook on each plant. After that, you can check them for pests like Geralt is doing. And there are only about 20 plants, so it shouldn't take too long. Bjorn nods happily, smiling as he picks up the hose from my arms and turns toward the plants. I should be fine. I know all these plants. I'll be done before you know it. I pat him on the shoulder and walk on with Arkin toward the back end where the room awaits. Alright, Arkin, here's where you're going. I open the door and smile at my wolven friend as we walk into the storage room. I wave a hand in motion toward all the bags of soil and fertilizer waiting in their cool, dry dungeon for their purpose. Ta-da! Oh hey, neat, it's... whatever this is. This is fertilizer and soil, waiting to be used in the outdoor garden as well as a lot around the mall. The owner of the store gets a huge lease discount from the owners of the mall for upkeep of the grounds, so we generally keep enough here to use in the rooftop garden. You can use that lift over there to reach the bottom storage room that leads out to the lot. As I'm explaining this to him, Arkin is looking at everything I motion toward. Keeping up so far? Nope, not at all. I sigh. And the team just finished planting winter-safe plants in the lot around the mall, and so they need the fertilizer. So they need to fertilize the soil for a few more weeks. So you know, water time. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Alright, let's jump right in. Alright. I motion toward Arkin. I need you to make sure there are 4 bags of fertilizer downstairs and 4 bags of soil in the rooftop garden. They're overhauling that area within the next week with some plants that are being kept over where Bjorn is working. Then I need you to put 1 bag of soil under every other table under where Geralt was working. Got all that? Arkin looks at me and nods, smiling. Yeah, of course. That's only like 12 bags. I'll be finished in no time at all. I smile and move over to the lift. Okay, alright then. To move the lift down, you need to close this gate from above, then press the button with the downward-facing arrow, and to come back up, it's the upward-facing arrow. You're smart, they'll figure it out. Arkin smiles after I call him smart, and I want to scratch his muzzle again so badly. Instead, I move quickly toward the door. Going to check up on the others? Not yet. I have some stuff to handle first. Maybe I'll come through to check on you after. We'll see. I smirk and wave to Arkin, turning to head into the office to read any messages left by the owner. After about an hour, I finish handling my duties and decide to check in on the others. I see Geralt focusing on the plant, sneezing into his elbow all the while. Bjorn is examining the plants he was left with and making notes on a clipboard, like Geralt's. Arkin seems to be about halfway done moving the bags from the storage space to the underside of the tables. I start with checking in on Geralt. Hey, Geralt, how are the... He sneezes loudly, rapidly, and repeatedly. When he finally stops, he turns to look at me with the most miserable expression I've ever seen. Finder, Oh my gosh, are you alright? I move quickly toward him and lift his face toward mine, inspecting his eyes and nose and mouth. He sniffles. His blue eyes are puffy and a bit watery. I'm allergic to pollen. I'll be fine. As though to bring the lie to his words, another sneeze fires suddenly into his elbow, and when he turns back up, I see his nose is a bit wet. I look at him in his sorry state and feel guilty for putting him to the task I chose. Geralt, I'm so sorry. If I had known I wouldn't have put you here. I would have changed the plan to have us talk somewhere else entirely. I may have something that can help. Can you wait over here by the bench? I motion toward a bench that sits by the door we came in from and pat his muzzle a bit. He seems comforted by my gesture and nods. I turn away from him and go to get a bottle of water from the employee break room. Next, I head into the bathroom and find the first aid kit. Rummaging through it, I find the bottle of pills I'm looking for, and then I head back to the sniffling silver-furred wolf. Here, take one of these pills and then drink this bottle. I hand Geralt the allergy medicine and water, then back away just in case he sneezes again. Geralt looks at the pill suspiciously. Just as he looks ready to sniff it, he inhales and covers his nose. What is this? It's an allergy medication. You should drink that whole bottle of water if you can. It's recommended. Like, no. Water time. Geralt stares cutely at the bottle of water and fumbles with the cap. I take it from him, smirking and open it for him. Handing it back to Geralt as he swallows the pill, he closes his watery eyes and lifts the bottle up to drink from it. Some of the water drips down Geralt's chin onto his chest, his lightly furred abs now gently glistening with water droplets in the sunlight coming in from above the greenhouse. After staring in awe for a few moments, I shake my head and return to my worried expression. So, feel any different? And my boss gives that stuff to his dogs when they have allergy issues. It's an antihistamine. He also keeps peroxide here in case of cuts or in case his dogs eat anything and need to throw them up. Jill's expression twists into repulsion. You fed me dog medicine? I stammer and shake my head. No, it's for people. I just remember that it's dog safe. Wolves and dogs are pretty similar, and you're a wolf giant. I didn't want to give you something that would make you sick, so I figured to try the thing that seems so safer for wolf giants. As I'm stumbling over words to avoid putting my foot in my mouth, Gerald starts to laugh. Relax, Finn, I understand. I was only a little grossed out at the thought of dog medicine. I know you meant no offense. I'm relieved and exhale audibly. The wolf stops moving for a second and shudders and gives a loud sneeze into his elbow in response. I worry he's not going to feel better at first, but then he looks at me with surprise. I can breathe through my nose again. That antihistamine works fast. I thank you, Finn. The wolf moves closer and hugs me tight, which brings a warmth to my cheeks that I didn't expect. Oh, it was nothing. I was the one who put you in that situation after all. He pulls away from the embrace as soon as I utter the words and looks at me incredulously. Nonsense. I should have trusted you enough to speak up in the first place. You made a decision in my task based on what you knew beforehand. Had I given you the information prior, I am certain you would have chosen a more suitable task. I apologize, Finder. Well, as long as you're feeling better, I suppose it's all I could really hope for. I smile up at him, and I notice his gaze seems to fix onto my smile a bit longer than expected. I decide to move away and head over to Bjorn, waving at Geralf as I walk by. Bjorn seems to be expertly pruning a plant while grumbling to himself, and I notice his checklist is finished but has many notes on it. I pick it up and give it a once-over. Many in-depth notes for each plant adorn the paper, some even sticking through the allocated box labeled notes. He really likes gardening. When I hear him say Finder under his breath, I decide to clear my throat. This startles him. Wow, all this in just half an hour? Man, you must do this a lot. He stops whatever he was doing and turns to me suddenly, almost stumbling. Oh, Finn! How long have you been here? Not long at all, Bjorn. I give him an innocent smile. So, how often do you get to garden? You really rose to the occasion. He tenses up a bit more, but then exhales and looks at me with an expression of embarrassment. Oh, not often at all, actually. I really only take care of a few plants in my room and our library. The gardener at the castle takes care of the He gasps audibly and covers his mouth. I look at him in confusion. That was a pun. You made a gardening pun. The gentle giant starts to laugh and I can't help but smile. He suddenly stops as if he's remembered something and turns to me excitedly. Finder, what does a flower say when it's surprised? I look at him in shock, then realize it's a joke. Oh, I don't know, what? What in carnation? I swear I can hear a badum tisk somewhere in the aether. I smile. You can play that game. What did the tree say when her son went off to college? He looks so excited right now, my heart flutters a bit. What? I believe in you. His laughter fills the air and mine follows. Who knew I would find a kindred spirit in my love of terrible puns? What did the butterflies say after he told the joke? I shrug and make a face to show I have no idea but I absolutely want to know. I was just pawing your leg. I snort and laugh, harder after I hear a sneeze coming from Gerald's direction. The two of us laugh until we come down off the dopamine high and after we get looks from Arkin and Gerald and I pat his shoulder. You made my daisy, Bjorn. Bjorn's face swells with pride and he smirks at me, the most confident that I've seen him since we met. Anything to see that cherub smile of yours. I feel myself begin to blush and quickly move away, looking at the crocus between us. So, you live in a castle, huh? And you have a garden? Yeah, we're pretty well off. I'm gonna pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Kate Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5 already. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!